Hey guys, and welcome to week 10 of class. This week we are going to dive into what I consider to be one of the more significant periods of American history, a period that has been referred to as the Jacksonian era, and as well as a period known as Manifest Destiny. Lots of important events take place during this period that have had ripple effects across the narrative that is U.S. history, some of which had an impact on Native American peoples and indigenous populations, as well as Mexican peoples. And this would include the removal of Native Americans, largely the Cherokee, the Chickasaw, and others from Georgia on what became known as the Trail of Tears. And this is really an expression of this idea of manifest destiny, America's God-given right, as they would argue, to spread across the American continent. And of course, in doing so, there's a great displacement of native peoples off their land and onto smaller and smaller, over time that is, onto smaller reservations. We will also see that there will be war during this period as the United States declares war against Mexico so as to acquire more land. And one of the larger things that's going to continue to come up with respects to land acquisition, which we've already looked at through the Missouri Compromise, is the debate over free state versus slave state. And the truth of the matter is that there was a number of people who opposed manifest destiny on the grounds that the United States had enough land, and in fact it didn't have enough people to populate the land. This was an argument made by Senator Thomas Corwin out of Ohio. Abraham Lincoln was also very much against the Mexican-American War, which he was in Congress at the time that the war was on. And so, one of the pictures I don't want to paint is that everyone is seeking to go west, as Horace Greeley would tell you. Horace Greeley would editor out of New York, I believe it was, who said, if you're young and what have you, go west because there's opportunity out west. But not everybody is pro-westward expansion. And there are some people who are pro-westward expansion, but they're not pro-slavery. And so these discourses come up time and time again. At any rate, we're going to be covering a lot of this content this week. And so I don't want to hammer it all out here in this short video, but just to give you a flair for what's coming. Of course, if you want any, or have any questions rather, on your final paper that's going to be coming up here towards the end of the semester, please let me know. I'm here to help you with that. Otherwise, as always, I will ask you to go in peace, be warm and filled, may the force be with you, live long and prosper, and may the odds forever be in your favor. Have a blessed week, guys.